Welcome back to what I worked on this week, an art vlog. My name is Eric Messenger, and it is July 10th. I had to look at the computer to see what it is. And this week I pretty much worked on one piece, this one. And if you recall from last week, and if you haven't seen last week, go back and look at it. But if you recall from last week, I said I didn't want to follow the muse. I had something in my head, and I wanted it to be that way. And I had kind of a guy's face in place of her face here. And I did want a female face there. So I did it, and I made it look semi-realistic in my own style, but there was still something wrong with the face. And I always say if there's something wrong, it takes you out of the reality of the piece, then you need to address it and go back. So I did. I erased this face that I worked so long on, and I just followed the muse. She is somebody you just can't stop. When she decides she wants to do something, or he decides he wants to do something, or it decides he wants to do something, I don't know what the muse is, but you just follow and you end up with something completely different. And we're going to talk about this piece. I did order some my paper, my Arches paper, because I'm be doing a 30 by 48 inch piece. It's a dragon that I was commissioned to do, so I'll be starting to work on that one. Got to have that done by Illuxcon this year. So I'll get that paper in, I'll have it mounted. But anyhow, that's what I've been working on. Pretty much this piece. That's it, which is a lot if you ask me, because I did a ton of detail work. So anyhow, come on, let's go check it out, and let's talk about it. This week has been a super fun week, and as you can see, this has totally changed. It went from the guy's face to the girl's face, and I felt like it was just there was something wrong with it. And I always, I did the last time. I'll preach again. If there's something wrong with the face, it takes you out of the painting. Then you got to change it. You got to do something to it. Fix the face. Do something. Well, for me, I started going in. I kind of erased the face, fixed the face, erased the face, fixed the face, and then all of a sudden she came out. She has this like fiesta look on her, and I just went with it, right? Kind of a skull type look, and I absolutely love it. Actually, I think it actually helps create the story. And so I'm adding a hand over here, and I need to do some work on that, obviously. And uh, just started doing more detail in a dress that she could be wearing, some designs in the neck. Worked a whole bunch more on his face, tons on the trees, and those trees are just, it's just so much detail, and you're just going left and right, push, pull, dark. You want them to kind of twist a little bit up, and then him, just lots of wrinkles, and still lots of work as far as highlight works to do on him. And then there's another face coming in down here that I'll be working with. But overall, I'm really happy with the direction this one is going. And frankly, I put most of my time and energy into this particular piece. So this video is actually going to be pretty darn short. I did want to show you a little bit of a difference, and I've been playing with this piece here a little bit. And I'm hoping through the video, you can kind of see the differences in values, how much darker this one has than this one. And the film is actually darkening up a lot, but it's not, as far as value wise go, I still need to do some work on this one here. And that's what I'm going to do. I've kind of, I think I've showed you last week, I kind of threw some more powder charcoal on here, and I'm going to go back in. I'm actually going to really darken up. I started, but I'm going to really go in and start darkening it up, move some of these darks up into him, and render, and it's just to really pop these fish out so they just pop. Same with this one here, really darken all this up so that these fish really pop. And even with this fish, look how flat he looks. It's almost the same value. I mean, this is lighter than this, but it's almost the same value. I could really darken up really put in some shadows to get him to round out a little bit. So just so much more work to do with this one, but I will be working more on it. But this was the baby over the weekend. I love this guy's face. I like the way her face is turning out. I try not to get too hooked on ideas, just in case they want to change like this one, I'm okay with it. That I just follow. That's what I said. I didn't want to follow the muse. As a matter of fact, the last video was like, I don't want to follow the muse. And I didn't. But then I kind of did in the end. The muse just wanted something completely different. And I had to let go of the girl's face and come up with something different. So anyhow, remember, just draw. That's the only thing that we can do is draw as much as you can. You guys take care. Please like, follow, and share. You guys take care. Thanks. Bye.